Don't go away. Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. And checking out some numbers for DeAndre Jordan.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. This is the era of positionless basketball in the NBA. Celtics coach Brad Stevens said, "I don't have the 5 positions anymore. It's as simple as 3, either a ball handler, a wing, or a big. We've become more versatile as the years have gone on. And guys, teams are now looking for players who provide that kind of versatility." Back to you.
Thank you, D.A. Greg, a game like this, 2 offensive juggernauts going head-to-head. I mean, we're buckled in, ready to go.
I mean, listen, the rules favor offense in today's game. That's why league-wide scoring is on the rise. And I would expect we're going to see a bucket or 2 put forth tonight, Kevin.
No doubt. So the net starting 5. We've got Durant. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harden in at the point. And for Boston, down is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Thompson is out there with Williams. And it's Walker in at the point. Now here's Walker. Pass to Williams. Tatum on the wing. Guarded by KD. Stolen by Durant. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Well, the length of Kevin Durant on the defensive end, creating havoc and an opportunity for his guys.
Outside Tatum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly. In his career, surprising some scouts, Tatum's hit a high percentage of his threes. The difference last year, he took a whole lot more of them.
He understood, Greg, that his game needed to be more efficient. Far fewer mid-range, long-range 2s. He almost doubled the number of three-point attempts from the year before, and that was by design. This guy understands success in the modern NBA, plays at the rim, and plays from 3. You get the sense that Jason Tatum has a drive to be great. This is a young player who doesn't lack for confidence. I love watching him play.
And so Tatum nails them both. Here's Irving. To the middle. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
Count it. Good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's KD. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Brown with it. Guarded now by Irving. And it's Brown missing.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Harden can't hit. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Celtics. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
The best defenses do a great job of protecting the rim. That team did not give an inch. They defended and contested every shot.
And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Here's Walker, and he uses the glass on the layup.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Irving passes to Harden. The second chance effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he knocks down the first one.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
And Jeff Green drops them both. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Brown against Irving. Floats it up for Williams. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, Jaylen Brown getting better and better in pick-and-roll situations. There's a real willingness to give up the basketball.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Passes it to Irving. Outside Jordan. He kicks it to KD. Back to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Okay, Kevin Durant scanning the floor, looking for opportunities. Make your teammates feel good. Nice.
Outside Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
That's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
All right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And here's Harden for 3. They get it again. Thompson against Green. Clock at 6. Goes up again. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Well, Kevin Durant's form, his release point, everything about his stroke is really impeccable.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Back to Walker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. On a team filled with big wings last year, Walker gave the Celtics a guy with Greg's supreme quickness who could break down the defense when nothing else was there.
And he's that rare commodity, an elite catalyst who doesn't have to dominate the ball to make an impact. That allows room for others to feel empowered out on the floor. It's just one of the many ways Walker makes his teammates better.
And that one falls for Walker.
And moving to a star-laden team last year, Walker continued to produce as he always has.
And the scoring average may have gone down, but that was totally expected. This has been a seamless integration of Kemba Walker. Coach Stevens has got to get some credit here. You allow Kemba Walker to play to his strengths, but you also allow him to thrive in the team situation with other talent.
And in the early part of the season, some teams still working out the kinks. Doris, where does the level of play peak, do you think, in the regular season?
Well, most teams would tell you they hope they're playing their best basketball down the stretch as you're marking toward the playoffs. But the fact of the matter is, Kev, that begins on a day-by-day basis. You are building habits from the first game of the season all the way through the end of the year. When you're an open teammate, you've got to be shot ready. And boy, Kemba Walker so efficient in the catch-and-shoot game.
Nets trail by 5. Outside Irving. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here's Walker. His last outing, he had 18 points. Shot clock at 6. From 11 feet away, keeps it alive, and Tatum stays with it. Tatum's got 8 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Harden the pass to Durant. Fires the three. Kicks it out to Harden. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. The pass to Thompson. Williams with the ball. Brown the pass to Williams. And Durant sends it back.
But Kevin Durant is playing spectacular defense, and it sets the tone for the entire team. Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity. Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Nobody near Irving. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Here's Thompson. Doesn't go that time. Durant with some nice D. Harden the pass to Green. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Free throw drops for Harden.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Robert Williams. Mo Wagner comes in for Thompson. Fournier's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Walker.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Fournier's shot is off. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Neesmith, he's checked in for the Celtics. Harris is checked in for the Nets. Brooklyn's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Dinwiddie outside. Here's KD. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Boston shooting it very well as they shake off the rust here early. 54% from the field. Fournier's shot is off. And Aaron Neesmith gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Brooklyn. A chance here to retake the lead.
You can see the intensity on display here these last few minutes.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Luwawu. 6 on the shot clock. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Smart. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
The Nets shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Now here's Smart. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Fournier kicks to Smart. Can they get it? And it's sent back by Aldridge. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Evan Fournier.
A primary scorer for his team. Griffin also has a knack for drawing fouls on the way up.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
A free throw drops for Griffin. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Now, here's Wagner. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
They're so adept at sizing up the defense, guys. You cannot give Fournier any space.
Dinwiddie against Smart. Dinwiddie passes to Luau. Outside Griffin. That one doesn't go.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Fournier against Harris. Here's Smart, and it's sent back by Aldridge. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luke Cornett. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And the first one at the line is good.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
And Harris drops them both.
Now you think about it, over time, Joe Harris has made himself a viable option as an NBA player. He's got such offensive versatility.
Now here's Smart. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Count it.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Luau. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 14-6 run. The dish now to Dinwiddie. Over Smart. Out to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. No good that time. And the Celtics going the other way now. Outside Fournier. Outside Smart. To the wing on the left. Here's Neesmith. Back to Smart. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Pass to Llewellyn. Three-pointer. A shot off that time.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Neesmith. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. The Celtics second.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
And the first one drops. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Greg, LaMarcus Aldridge taking more three-pointers last season, easily passing his career highs in attempts with almost 3 a game.
And Aldridge shot a very respectable percentage from outside. In order to play heavy minutes at the 4, you need to be able to shoot. Good to see Aldridge still adding new wrinkles to his game.
And he can't get the first one.
And what a tremendous career for LaMarcus Aldridge. I mean, so many double-doubles, a rim protector, makes plays for others. Man, the list goes on.
And he's good on the second. 1:27 left to play in the first quarter. Smart against Dinwiddie. Now here's Smart. He's covered closely.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against Cleveland. Inside. The jump hook. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Nets leading by 3. Luwawu, the pass to Griffin. Shoots over Fournier. And the Nets miss again. And it's Smart with the ball for the Celtics. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You love to see that kind of effort.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Luwawu, the pass to Aldridge. Griffin, no one around him. It's hauled in by Cornette. Cornette's got 6 rebounds here tonight. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Can't connect from 14 feet out. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Nets. They're up by 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And it seems like players are constantly changing teams. Here is Spencer Dinwiddie discussing the effects of that.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster, we've had a lot of turnover, and so we're all adjusting and getting used to playing together and building that chemistry and that foundation.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the 2nd round a few years ago.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. that's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
They've got Smart. Mo Wagner out there with Evan Fournier. Then there's Brown. And it's Cornette in at center. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Now, here is Irving. An 11-point game for him in the win against Cleveland.
And his court vision was extraordinary, too. Let's not forget that. He was flawless passing the ball.
Boston trailing. Outside, Smart. Sinks that one from the post. Smart's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, you know Marcus Smart understands how to use his body inside, and I just love how he goes right up with the shot.
And the Nets shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And that one's good, Irving.
The handles, the burst, almost impossible to stay in front of Kyrie on the drive.
Smart with the ball. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game to the inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Smart's got his 3rd basket of the night.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And here is Harris. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Right side, Irving. From outside, off the mark.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Nets trail by 3. The Nets working the ball around now. Harris against Fournier. Clock at 6. A 3 ball. Joe Harris, and that's good. Harris has got it all tied up now for the Nets.
We all know Joe Harris is a dead-eye shooter from distance who helps space the floor. What a look.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Here's Green, following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Outside Jordan. Lobs it up for Jordan. Celtics have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Tatum dishes to Brown. Back to Tatum. Passes to Brown. He lobs it up and slam dunk by Tatum.
Wow, how about the long arms and the timing of Jason Tatum on the alley-oop? Nice.
And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Now here's Harden. 26 points for him last game against Cleveland.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want.
Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, do not let Jason Tatum get space in transition. He will make you pay.
Nets trail by 4. Harden bounce pass. Irving finds Jordan. It's Durant on the wing. Irving from long range. Rebounded by the Celtics.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Here's Walker. Williams trying to break free, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kevin Durant.
A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt. Has great length and lift off the floor. Defensively, he protects the rim and even blocks shots out on the perimeter.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And then offensively, Williams is mostly a rim runner at this point. But, Greg, there are signs that the jumper is coming along.
Yeah, you know, when he was drafted at the end of the first round, there was a lot of talk about rebuilding his shot mechanics. And that's still a work in progress. But where he's really impressed people is with his passing. He has terrific instincts for the game.
Nets trail by 6. Now Irving. 5 points in the game and taken away by Brown. In the corner, Tatum with it. Here's Williams, goes back up. That shot is off. Good D by Harden. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That's his first foul. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. There's the pass to KD. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Boy, KD just lethal on the drive to the rack, and he gets ahead of steam behind him. Forget about it.
Outside Williams. Back to Walker. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Nets trail by 6. Harden the pass to Durant. Off target with his 3.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Brown inside, covered by Irving. Brown, good.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
The Nets have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here is Durant. He's coming off a 31-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Thompson against Green. Shot clock at 5. Over Tatum. That doesn't go either for Durant.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
We know that Jason Tatum is a gamer. This guy willing to take punishment on his way to the cup.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And that one falls for Tatum. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Harden dishes to Irving. Pass to Green. Harden with it. He's got 6, just 5 on the clock. No good again that time.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Here's Walker. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And you can't help but see the impact Thompson has in the paint. On both ends of the floor, he's a rock planted near the rim. Very strong legs that help him get to so many of those rebounds.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And with Thompson, as you said, Greg, once he's planted in the paint, good luck.
I mean, think about it. About 40% of his rebounds are on the offensive end. He just refuses to get moved or boxed out. Combine that with his hunger on that end of the floor, and you see why he's such a great rebounder.
Kemba Walker hits them both.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Durant in the corner. Green against Thompson. They need this. Green, no luck. Celtics leading by 13. Here's Tatum, and the dunk by Tatum.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Left side, Jordan. The 3 from Harden. And Boston with the rebound. Thompson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside, Walker. They double-team Walker. And it's Thompson with the jam.
The very definition of an unselfish star. Kemba Walker doing work with the pass.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Celtics making a switch here. Neesmith has checked in. And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
You look at Tatum, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. 19-point game. Outside Jordan. Here's Harden on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Harden, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Walker finds Thompson.
You know, he might not be the focal point on an offensive team, but Thompson knows how to get his numbers.
Nets trail by 21.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
They need this one. Jordan can't get it to go.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And Thompson throws it down.
Thompson, he has such a low, wide base. He is near impossible to fully box out.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches Got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
So for the Nets, Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Jordan. Griffin comes in for Green, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Harden outside. He scores for only his third time tonight. Now 3 for 10, taking a climb out of the hole.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
To the middle. A nice shot by Nesmith.
That pass was about the location, puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
A difficult situation to be sure for Brooklyn. Outside, KD. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Aaron Nesmith.
You know, the thinking is defensively, you're trying to close off the lane. But how crafty is Kevin Durant at his ability to bounce off and still make you commit?
That's good from Durant.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
And here's Walker. He's got 13. And he banks in the layup. Walker's got 15 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
Yeah, and it's certainly, we had to expect a better game than this. Been very ugly thus far.
Durant, the pass to Griffin. Now, here is Harden. 5 to shoot. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Walker. Rebounded by the Nets. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
One thing we know, great teams in the NBA get production off the bench, and that was critical that night.
Dinwiddie passes to Griffin. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
And how about Griffin continuing to own the paint? A fantastic power forward with good touch from there.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And Doris, make no mistake about it, Spencer Dinwiddie is looking to score. An instant offense type of player.
And Spencer Dinwiddie knows what his role is, and he plays it perfectly. He can go a little hot and cold for stretches, but he doesn't let it affect him. Dinwiddie's always going to provide that offensive punch that's so critical for you.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Mo Wagner's checked in for Thompson. Evan Fournier comes in for Nesmith, and Smart subbed in for Walker. Tatum kicks to Fournier. No good from outside.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Celtics passing it around. KD against Smart. He dishes it to Tatum. And it's KD with the rebound. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. And yes, it's good. Harden's got 10 points in the game.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Here's Smart. And no good on the last second attempt this time.
And something that Harden continues to work on. That kind of defensive effort makes his coaches and teammates proud.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. KD, moments of frustration for you early. What are you seeing out there?
Well, I missed a lot of shots. I'm just trying to be aggressive. I missed some wide open threes and some shots I normally hit, so I just got to continue to keep being aggressive. My teammates looking for me. We got to do a better job on the defensive end.
Hey, man, I'm sure those shots will start to fall in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. There was no stopping Jason Tatum in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace. If they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
The shots were not dropping for them, and now they're in a big hole. They got to be talking about a way to get good shots. Their shot selection, not at all what it needed to be.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Irving. Durant is out there with Green. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the point. And the dunk by Tatum.
Well, the incredible explosiveness. No fear from Jason Tatum. Woo-hoo, lights out.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
And that one falls for Tatum. Now, here is Irving. Kicks to Harden. Jordan dishes to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Walker the pass to Tatum. Walker taking his time here. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
How confident is Kemba Walker in the pick and roll game? Boy, he's been running this since he got in the league. Look out, folks.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Walker the pass to Brown. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 6 assists here tonight.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. KD against Tatum. Jordan high post. 6 to shoot. Looking to get it going. 2 points. That one goes. KD's got 8 points.
Well, Durant embracing the contact, plays with so much confidence.
Here's Walker, and the rejection by Harden. Thompson finds Walker. The kick out to Brown. Jordan with the rebound. Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court, as the Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you. Walker the pass to Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Guys, this guy is a natural-born scorer. Jason Tatum finding his groove.
Now Harden. He's got 12. Pass to Durant. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And the wide-open shot from Green. No good on the 3. Here's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
This guy is so crafty on the drive. Wow, Jason Tatum, with his quickness and his length and the strides he's got, can score at will.
Here is Harden. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Here's Williams over Jordan. Williams can't hit.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Irving drives in. The basket good off the assist from Durant. KD's got his 5th assist in this one. Celtics leading by 20. Here's Walker. 17 points in the game. And the dunk by Tatum.
Well, Jason Tatum at 6'8" with authority. That's nice.
Harden with it. Lobbed up there for Durant. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Boy, KD gets himself right to the rim. Lift-off is complete.
And here's Walker. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Green leading the charge. And that one's good, Irving.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The Celtics have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Walker against Harden. And Thompson kicks to Walker. Out to Thompson over Green. The shot by Thompson, no good. Nets trail by 18. And stolen by Tatum. The finish. And it's Williams with the jam.
Well, you love to see Jason Tatum using his length and athleticism to make plays defensively. That's nice.
The Nets have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Harden surveying the D. Durant finds Irving. Action coming off the assist from KD. Irving's got 12.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Boston making some changes. Mo Wagner comes in for Thompson. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Brown. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. To the paint. Here's Williams. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. Williams has got 4 points this quarter. Nets trail by 19. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Outside Tatum. Inside. And Williams throws it down.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Now, here is Harden. He's got 12. The shot by KD. No good. Celtics leading by 18. Now Walker passes it to Wagner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Hard for Wagner to avoid the contact. His shooting ability is going to have defenders reacting to him.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. First one falls for him.
Well, what we know about Mo Wagner is that he has consistently grown over the course of his NBA career. This guy has versatility as a scorer. He has tremendous energy that he brings nightly, and he wants to get better.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Marcus Aldridge has checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Dinwiddie passes to Durant. The floater and the rejection by Tatum. Down low, Wagner. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Wagner's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Wagner's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Irving for 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
So a moment now to see the story on Kyrie Irving. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 9 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
Here's Tatum. He's got 26. He kicks it to Fournier. Oh, Tatum in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, there's an all-around aspect to Evan Fournier's game, and a really smart decision with the ball there.
Here's Dinwiddie. Outside Durant, the 3. That doesn't go either for Durant.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And that one drops. Walker's got 19 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Brooklyn's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Dinwiddie finds Durant. And he lays it straight in. 21 points in the game.
I'll tell you, tough first half puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Outside, Walker. Fournier in the corner from outside the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. To the inside. And that one's good. Irving. 14 points for Kyrie Irving.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Here's Williams. And the shot is long.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Shooting two.
The first free throw is good. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Marcus Smart's checked in for Williams. Then for the Nets, Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Kevin Durant. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Irving.
A tenacious forward with high energy. It's clear that Griffin is still capable of throwing down a double-double.
Outside, Walker. Outside, Fournier. Wagner kicks to Fournier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots it up. And it's Wagner missing. Nets trail by 21. And here's the fast break. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. The Celtics second. In third, the Nets.
And here we've got 2 teams shooting the ball so well on the season. And neither one hesitates to pull the trigger.
2 shots.
This is a great matchup.
That free throw missing. So for the Nets, Jeff Green. He's checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And it's Harden in for Joe Harris. And the second free throw, good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Outside, Smart. Back to Tatum. Outside, Smart. The Celtics working the ball around now. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his 3rd foul of the game. On defense, Brooklyn, Walker. Harden with the defensive effort. On the wing, Green. Outside, Griffin. Tries a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Celtics leading by 20. We've got 1:48 left to play in the 3rd.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success. The way he gets up in the face of whoever he's guarding, it becomes infectious to the rest of his guys.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Smart finds Tatum.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Stolen by Walker. Feeds to Fournier. And it's blocked. Shoots over Dinwiddie. The shot's good from Fournier.
Evan Fournier has an innate sense of where the basketball is going to come off the rim. And if you don't box him out, he's going to take great use of it.
The pass to Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Smart passes to Wagner. Back to Smart. Outside, Walker. Pass to Smart. Fournier gets a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And Dinwiddie stays with it. Dinwiddie's got his second bucket of the night.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Griffin against Tatum. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range. He's off on that one. And so it's Boston closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Mo Wagner. Jaylen Brown out there with Marcus Smart. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Thompson in at the 4 spot. That's the Boston 5. Here's Fournier. In it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Green with the ball. On the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg, the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but
yes.
I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
Smart kicks to Thompson. It's Fournier on the wing, guarded by Green. And again, it's Boston converting.
You've got to be able to manipulate the defense in pick and roll. Fournier, nice job there.
Final quarter of play, about 1.5 minutes off the clock into it. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And here we go. Dinwiddie heading to the hoop. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Count it. And that's now 18 points for James Harden.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Smart passes to Thompson. It's Brown on the wing. Back to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Stolen by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And that's a nice job defensively from Harden. I mean, he's capable of these kinds of plays when the guy is engaged and active.
Brown outside. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Boston again missing. Nets trail by 18. Green dishes to Harden. Green kicks to Dinwiddie. Rebounded by the Celtics. Thompson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Inside, Wagner. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists tonight.
Excellent concentration by Mo Wagner, and boy, what touch from the big man.
The Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Kevin Durant's checked in for the Nets. That'll be a 5-second call.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times, and that's after no turnovers in the first half.
Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Dinwiddie. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Harden outside. Durant against Fournier. And that one's good. Durant.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Brown kicks to Fournier. Back to Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
Well, how about the leaping ability of Jaylen Brown? Soars high for the rim-rocking slam. Go to work, young man.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, smartphone, or your computer.
Well, you've got to get out on Jaylen Brown now. This is a young man who has shown great strides in improving his perimeter game.
Harden the pass to KD. This one for 3. And no good that time. So the Celtics will take it the other way. To the paint. Here's Thompson. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 5th assist in this one.
Boy, that's a single-minded play from Tristan Thompson. Knows the defense is ready for him, but takes the contact and doesn't let it affect his finish.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And Doris, much has been made of Brown's improvement offensively, and rightly so. But when you ask Coach Stevens about him, he always goes back to his defense.
Well, it's never a surprise for the coach that is the first and foremost thing on their mind. At 6'7" with a 7-foot wingspan, that incredible athleticism, Jaylen Brown can guard the elite wings in this league, and he holds his own and competes at a high level. It's a must-have for any championship team.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. So it's the Celtics now. And here's Smart. Floats it up for Williams. And stolen by Jordan. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Here's Irving. It's deflected. Now So here's Brown. Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters, because I think they're on to something if we could get that. You know, but in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. Thompson in the corner, trying his luck from deep. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Harden to the inside. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Here's Smart. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kevin Durant.
Yeah, the defender all over him. And Doris, when you're identifying the heart and soul of this Celtics team, Smart is always at the center of that discussion.
Marcus Smart is so passionate. He's so tough, so willing to get down and do the dirty work that affect winning. And consider the role he's taken now as the leader of the Celtics. The ability to mentor a young guy like Grant Williams. Marcus Smart, you want him on your side.
And he knocks down the first one. And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Kev, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis. But Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
And so Smart nails both of them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Shamet the pass to Claxton. The Nets working the ball around now. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You've got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch, with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree. Here's Shamet. Rebound, Boston. Now Walker. Smart on the wing. That shot off. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Brown is checked in for Marcus Smart. And so Green will bring it up for the Nets. Here's KD. Outside Jordan. To the middle. Here's Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
Doris, you and I know the quality of play in the NBA bubble was terrific. And some people have said a lack of travel a possible reason why. The league, we think, looking at ways to reduce travel moving forward.
Exactly, Kevin. And one option on the table is the, quote, series model. You see it in baseball, where you play consecutive games against a single opponent. So what about the states with multiple teams? New York or California? Can you play all of those teams in one trip? This not only preserves players, but it also cuts travel expenses, something the league is looking hard at.
And both free throws good for James Harden. Boston leading by 21. Outside Williams. Back to Walker. Jacks up a three. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Walker's got 22.
Now, Kemba Walker finding a rhythm. Nothing scarier to a defense than when he starts to hum.
Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Brown against Irving. Pass to KD. From deep, Harden. Thompson with the rebound. Boston's gone 2-3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And Fournier kicks to Walker. And here's Harden for three. Good on the triple. Harden's got 13 points now in the quarter.
No one hits a pull-up like the Beard. I mean, he's perfected the quick stop and pop, and that thing is a deadly shot.
Outside, Walker puts up a three. Good D by Harden. Nets trail by 21. They push it up 4 on 3. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, we've seen this one or two times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
Outside Williams. Back to Walker. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Now the pass to Durant, and Thompson sends it back.
That's where Thompson's length comes into play. You think you can sneak a shot over him, but he'll swat it right back at you.
So it's Boston now. They have a 19-point lead. Down low, here's Brown. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Jaylen Brown thrives when it comes to scoring through contact. This is a guy who is constantly looking to initiate that body contact with the defense.
Pass to Durant. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. And last season we saw the NBA All-Star Game introduce a target scorer, Greg, to end the game and instead of running out the clock. Did you like that, and would you widen its use?
No question it's being looked at maybe for overtimes or tournament games. You know, Adam, not shy about exploring new ideas. And I got to be honest, going into the All-Star Game, I wasn't a fan of the proposed changes.
Me too.
But once you saw it all play out, I have to say I was entertained, and I applaud the commissioner and the players in the league for buying in, and I think the fan experience was made all the more better.
Good point. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. Landry Shamet comes in for Kyrie Irving, and it's Brown in for James Harden.
Now, Kevin Durant is an absolute nightmare for defenses, and if you're the opposing coach and he starts to take over, you've got to be thinking, what am I going to do with this guy?
They double-team Walker, Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Celtics.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, Just a monster game for Jason Tatum.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Brooklyn's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Ojale passes to Pritchard. Left side Williams, 13 feet away. And that one drops for him. And the Celtics lead by 19.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Pass to Shamet. Lobs it up for Jordan. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Outside, Walker. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.